Hello, alright, my name is Rosie and welcome to my channel. Here we give tips on how you can overcome depression day after day. In this video you will discover why we are affected by depression and how to act to relieve the symptoms. You're very lucky to be watching this video, because with these tips you won't have to go through the pain and suffering that I went through. All of this was only possible thanks to the treatment that I did. I know very well what it's like to feel this emptiness in your mind and soul, that anguish, that feeling of living without hope tomorrow. As I wanted to hear those words, I'm sure I would have spared a lot of my suffering if I had that information. Today, thank God, I'm a person totally recovered and well with life, so it is very important that you watch until the end to not miss any details. But first, I kindly ask that you subscribe to our channel, enjoy and share the video so that as many people as possible can be reached with this knowledge. After all, why does depression happen to us? Depression is an internal struggle. Currently it is estimated that more than 300 million people suffer from depression around the world. It is even cited as the disease of the 21st century. A lot of people say they don't understand how that person became depressed. Hell, she's got it all, she never lacks anything, because she's depressed, and even judge people affected by this disease, saying that she doesn't value the family or the life she has. I don't need to say that this is very bad, is not even. After all, depression is a disease like any other. It can affect anyone, at any age, of any ethnicity, of any religion, social class, rich and poor, anywhere in the world, the person can be affected in the same way. We see people who have a great family, who have good living conditions being affected by this disease, just as we see people who have serious difficulties in life and do not develop depression. But why does this happen? The causes of depression are multifactorial, meaning it is not just a factor that determines whether or not the person will develop depression. One of the factors is genetics. There is a genetic predisposition to the development of depression. It does not mean that children of depressed parents necessarily will be depressed, but they have a greater chance than the general population to develop. Another very important factor is the person's physical health and functioning, hormonal and biological of the body. There enter many aspects that can predispose the person to develop depression. I will mention some of them: thyroid alterations or hormonal dysfunctions. In the case of women, the onset of menopause can be a risk factor for the development of depression, precisely by these changes in hormones. Another example is postpartum depression, which can occur due to a specific condition, due to sleep deprivation and hormonal changes. Diseases such as diabetes, stroke, myocardial infarction, cancer, autoimmune diseases, among others, can generate a depressive picture. We know that even diet and obesity favor the emergence of this disease. Foods that can cause inflammation, for example, can lead to depressive symptoms, and there are also external factors such as trauma, unemployment, violence, grief, and many others, may also be one depression trigger. But this will depend on the person's predisposition to develop or not the disease. That is, having a beautiful family, caring for the spiritual part. Mental health is very important. But it is not the guarantee that you will not develop depression, so we realize that depression is not a simple disease. There are several factors involved, and so the treatment also may not be as simple as that. Taking some medicine is only one part, but we have to take care of several other parts of life as well. Currently, there is a new alternative treatment that is bringing very good results to those who suffer from this disease. I say this because I suffered from depression and anxiety for 15 years. I know exactly how you feel, sad, without joy and without motivation for anything. I spent a lot of money looking for a solution that would solve my problem. I don't want the same thing to happen to you. I'm going to leave in the video description the link to the method that helped not only me, but thousands of people to overcome depression and turn it around. I wish with all my heart that you overcome this disease and return to feeling joy and happiness as I did. A strong hug, and until the next video.